Who is going to be the biggest beneficiary of the collapse of Bed Bath? UBS says it's going to be 2% share, that Walmart could benefit by 2%, Target by 125 to 150 bips. And this is on the demise of Bed Bath. So both of those two together say buy Target. And by the way, the demise of Bed Bath is almost presumed at this point.
Yeah.
And yet by the memesters, who better go and buy a lot of stuff. You know, they ought to go in and buy a lot of that discontinued merchandise.
The opening bell here in the CNBC Real-Time Exchange. At the big board, it is Hudson Link for higher education in prison, celebrating its 6th program site. At the NASDAQ, it's Inos, a diversified medtech company, celebrating a recent IPO. That UBS piece on BBBY was interesting. 71% of Walmarts are within a 10-minute drive of a Bed Bath.
Yeah, and you know, when you think about it, you go to Bed Bath when you're going back to school. It's always been a great place to go. Target and Walmart are there's a lot of Targets. There's 950 Bed Bath. A lot of Targets near them, too. Now, the bull case for Bed Bath, David, is basically if someone does give them credit, they can get through the holiday season, and then they can raise capital. But the clock is ticking so furiously against them, and the management themselves seems to be in the bunker. Now, you know when you're in the bunker, you don't think straight.
No, and your point's a key one, because I can remember any number of retailers faced with that holiday season question, because you have to get the factors, you have to get all those who would provide you financing to do so in order to build your inventories into that period. If you can't do it, you're kind of done.
Right.
And a lot of times then you kind of file prior to that, because you want to file with at least some cash in your balance sheet.
All right. Now, remember, they almost have no cash. Now, remember, what's really important, think about the shift in their strategy. They went to private label. I actually liked a lot of the private label, but that private label strategy failed. They've already discontinued one. So now they have to pivot and go to branded. But what happens if all of the branded is already taken by Target? There's not a lot of excess inventory at the branded level. Now, Macy's is saying there's some inventory of some apparel, but at the apparel at the range that is Target versus Bed Bath, I could say that Target, if you've been to the home goods section of Target, it's on fire.
It's an uphill battle, it would seem, for Bed Bath.
I would say so.